Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And one thing I gotta say real quick in this totally unscripted part of the video is thank you so much for 100 subscribers. And 101 as of recording, but I know that's not really a lot of subscribers, but it still means a lot to me. And hopefully we get to 1,000 subs one day just so we can start monetizing videos and 100,000 just so I can get a play button, but right now, here's the long-awaited room and setup tour. But real quick, before we start with anything else, we're gonna start with the computer setup real quick. So yeah, there's my PC with the RX 580 graphics card and a Ryzen 5 3600 CPU, and both two 8GB sticks of RAM, which that's 16 gigs. And as much as some stuff needs upgraded, it still does the job and it works really well. And then there's the keyboard, which is nothing special. And I also have this extra keyboard that I use for the drum streams. And then there's a Oculus in the case. Then there's the PS4 controller I use on the PC. And then here's the Rock Band MIDI Pro adapter. And then here's my main monitor for gaming, which is a 75Hz monitor. And then there's the other monitor that I bought for like 15 bucks at Goodwill, and it works pretty good. Then there's the AverMedia Live Gamer Mini capture card. And then there's the TV I use, for consoles when I'm streaming. Over here, right next to the desk, we got my Alesis Nitro drums, which I use for Rock Band and Clone Hero. And they're pretty good, for 400 bucks. And then on top of the shelf over here, we have some console boxes. And yes, I know the N64 box is not the best, but then on the shelf, we got PS1 games, which I'm still, getting some of the really good games. Including this classic, Pro Skater 2. And then here's the GameCube games, which I'm still getting, the key titles, which the only problem with buying GameCube games is they're, crazy expensive. Then here's Metroid Prime in, a display-only case. And here is my Wii games, which I do have some other games, but I kind of took them off the shelf to make more room, like the shovelware games. Then here's every Call of Duty for the Wii, and Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts in the cardboard cases. And on top of my dresser, we got a CRT TV, which is pretty good for retro games, and it has component on the back. And then here's my old broken PS2 that not recently stopped working, but it quit reading discs, so I had to replace it. Then also on the side, we got some extra batteries and stuff, and then a plug-and-play Miss Pac-Man. And then on the shelf over here, we got PS2 games, original Xbox games, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch cases. And my DS collection, and 3DS. Then down here on the very bottom of the shelf, we have the DSs, the Game Boys, and the PSP, and other thing full of cables and adapters for the Game Boy. Oh, and the Game Boy camera. Then right here we got a NES Classic Edition, arcade stick for some games. Then in here in this binder, that's where I keep all the Game Boy games. And on top of the shelf, we got the Call of Duty Black Ops collection box for the PS3. And then we got a copy of Time Crisis 3 that comes with the game and the gun and the manual. And then we got a complete in box copy of Mario Paint that comes with the mouse, the game, and the manual, and the mouse pad. And here's all the amiibos, and then under the Mario one there's some Pokemon cards, and then there's Ice Mario, and then Ice Luigi. And then here's a Super Game Boy, and the Guitar Hero On Tour, and On Tour Decades. And then here's the pre-order bonuses for Super Mario Odyssey and Smash Ultimate. That, like the Best Buy pre-order bonuses where they're just metal coins. And right here we got a random complete in box Game Boy game, which I would take the sticker off, but I don't know if I would want to damage the box, so I'm not gonna take it off. Then we got a old like Super Mario cereal box, like before they replaced it and removed the amiibo. And then right here we got the NES Classic Edition and the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Then right here we got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Complete Classic Collection series. And then we got like every like South Park season up to season 11, and the little box of butters, and the CD, and a Randy Marsh mask. And then over here on these shelves, like we got the NES games, which I still have like a lot of the good games, but there's a couple that I need. And some of the games I have like are in the box, like most of them are complete, but not all of them are. Like the only thing with getting NES games like complete in box, like it's a lot more harder because like people used to just throw away the boxes, and they're a lot more collectible now. Oh, and Donkey Kong on top, and a Super Nintendo poster, and a Guitar Hero Encore Roxy 80s poster. And then here's the Super Nintendo games, which, like, Super Nintendo games are, like, crazy expensive, so I have a long way to go with getting all the key titles, and I'm missing a couple of them. And then here's the N64 games, which I have my own end labels since the cartridges didn't have end labels. Then I have a couple games that are complete in box, which this one, since the box was really damaged, like I ended up just using this rental case I bought and just fixed it. And then like there's a random trophy from Boy Scouts, and then here is this thing I have full of loose games, at least the games with just a disc. There's Xbox, like PS2, and PS1 games in here. Oh, and a Dreamcast game, like Sonic Shuffle. Or Sonic Shuffle, sorry about that. Then over here on this side of the shelf, we got like some loose Sega Genesis carts and like 2 copies of Sonic 2. Like one that looks normal and then one that kind of looks sun-faded. And then Spinball and 3D Blast, and then Madden 94, like in a loose cart. And a Power Base Mini, so I can play Master System games on the Genesis. Which here's like a small collection of Master System games. And then here's my complete Genesis games, which I like buying Genesis games complete in the box. And then here's a like Sonic 2 for Game Gear in the box. And then here's my PSP games. Alright, and then over here we got like all of the Guitar Hero and Rock Band guitars. Then down here we got a Sega Game Gear, which recently stopped working. Like the screen is all screwed up. Like I might have to change the capacitors. And then we got the Surge Protector and the Power Strip, which I have like everything from like the PS1 all the way to the Xbox 360 hooked up to this Power Strip, and I only turn it on when I want to play one of those systems. Then down here we got the Dreamcast, then we got the NES with the Zapper, oh, here it is, and then here's the Super Nintendo, the N64, Sega Genesis, like PS1 and PS2, the GameCube, the Xbox with the cable box on top of it, then the Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, the Wii, and the PS5. Then all the posters I have on the wall. Over here is a Dragon Warrior poster or Dragon Quest, then GTA 4, then Doom, Halo 3, Golden Axe, and there's also Streets of Rage on the other side, and WWF Attitude for N64. And then there's a Guitar Hero 2 box up here, then a mask that I painted in like 7th grade, and then here's a racing flag. Alright, now here's all the videos set up for the consoles. Like, for basically all these consoles down here, like, I have them all hooked up to this AV splitter, which I have it hooked up to this mini, like, HDMI upscaler, which I have to plug it into the capture card. Then here's this component converter, which I plug in, like, the PS2 and Xbox to it. Which I also have to use the PS3 with it, since PS3 has HDCP built into the HDMI port. Yeah, and this is where I store, like, extra controllers and stuff, like, in this little drawer I got under the bed, which I have the Kinect, then a Super Nintendo Classic Edition, then also the NES Classic Edition controls, an extra Wii Remote, and N64, and like PS2 controllers. Oh, and the GameCube controller I used in the How to Unlock Falco video. Then in the living room, like, I got the Wii U and the Switch dock in here, like, in case if I want to play the Switch in here. Then in the front room, we got a red Xbox 360, like a OG model. Then we got a PS4, which I used to use a lot, but I kind of moved it in here after I started using the PS5 a lot more. Then we got another PS3, and the old Retron I used to use to play Super Nintendo games before I got the original console. And then in the basement, I have a Intellivision 2 and the Atari and ColecoVision flashback consoles. Then over here in my room, we got like a SpongeBob Easter basket that's holding like extra phone chargers and other stuff. And then we got like 2 like sealed NASCAR Hot Wheels cars and with like cards inside. And that's pretty much it for the setup tour. I hope you enjoyed watching the room/setup tour, and until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.